Does money bring you happiness? That has always been a contradicting question in my head ever since I was young. And if I look back in the past, maybe even as close as a year ago, I would have said, no, money doesn't bring you happiness. Now that I've experienced certain things and I have a different outlook on life, and I think I value money a lot more. Let's turn back time 8 years ago when I was traveling to Italy. It was my first gig as an English teacher in another country, and I was really looking forward to it. I was filled with excitement, with curiosity, and I just wanted to learn and thrive in this new culture. And for me, that was so satisfying and fulfilling that it felt like I don't need anything else. This is me, just traveling the world. I could be an English teacher and just travel, and I would be completely happy. But what I found later on when I got there and traveling throughout my years now, it becomes very difficult to do the things that you want to do, and money becomes a burden in your head because you're always thinking about how much you're spending. You always need to budget, which are good traits to have, good skills to have, but traveling is expensive and you lose all of that security when you travel as well. I thought I had this Zen outlook on life. I still think I have this Zen outlook of life. To say that I don't need money at all comes from a very privileged position, and I need to acknowledge that. When shit hits the fan and I don't have any money, people can bail me out. My mum can bail me out, my family can bail me out, and a lot of people don't have that. So for me to say that I don't need money is pretty arrogant to some degree, and pretty naive as well, because I don't have the worries. I've never been in poverty. I've never been hungry. I've had everything given to me because of what my family have achieved and given me through money as an opportunity to live my life the way I want to. So my mindset of not needing money and having this Zen philosophy was a big contradiction. I really wanted the whole world, but doing the bare minimum, not striving for myself. Okay, English teaching is good, but when I'm not earning enough money, what can I do to get a bit more money and sort myself out? So my outlook has changed now after a few years, and I want to explore that with you. Money provides freedom. Yeah, we've all heard it before. Money does provide freedom. It gives you the opportunity to do whatever you want, and if you have enough money, you don't even need to think about spending it. You don't need to budget. You can just take a flight somewhere that you like, book some hotels, live a lavish life, live a luxurious life. You maybe even get a yacht, go on a boat, set sail. You can do absolutely anything you want, which seems good, which seems great at first, but is it fulfilling? Is it satisfying? And when you can do what you want, I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. And it doesn't help you solve other problems in your life, because money doesn't just evaporate all your problems. You still got family issues. When something happens, you still got stresses from everyday life. And with money normally comes more social pressure. You're in the limelight if you're famous. You got a lot of people depending on you and relying on you, and it's not enough to just have money to cope with these situations. So I think freedom of the mind, that's when the Zen comes in, that's when the Taoism comes in. Freedom of the mind gives you a lot more than money, and instead of chasing money, which is chasing potential happiness, because you think that will make you happy, freedom of the mind will help you consistently, maybe happy is the wrong word, but consistently be content. And for me, that consistently being content and level-headed throughout my life would be more enjoyable than being really happy and then going down and then being happy and then going down, which I've experienced myself. So having that levelness and coolness to just enjoy, be happy in the good moments, and having this little wavelength here instead of this, I think you can learn to be more content throughout life and just enjoy the moment. I found a sense of freedom also in being consistent and being disciplined, and telling myself I'm gonna do something and then I do it. And although it seems very restricting, having a routine, doing the same thing every day, I have found freedom in it because I'm able to rely on myself, and that enhances my self-confidence, that enhances my self-image, and also I'm consistently doing stuff that I like to do that doesn't cost a lot of money. So I play football, I go to the gym, I edit videos, I do all these little jobs that I like to do, and in those moments of doing it, I don't really think about, oh, I need this, I need that, I need this. I'm just doing what I'm doing, you know what I mean? Yeah, there is a side to life where you don't need money at all. Having money does give you a bit of security, and if you can go into it with a level head and not get attached to the idea of money and playfully strive for it, I think it's a lot more fun. You can gamify it if you want. It relieves the stress of the importance of money. The second thing is, money is power. I straight up think this one is true. I've had a lot of conversations with friends about this as well, who side towards money is power. Yeah, and they've convinced me a bit. Yeah, money is power. Social status, the ability to influence people, the ability to have authority over people gives you some kind of respect as well. There's a lot that you can gain from having money, not just the wealth. I've been thinking about it. It's not really something that I want. I don't want authority over people, but having money in the means of helping others could be beneficial, and I think that's something I want to strive towards. So if I don't care about money so much, I can gain some and be able to use it to do good things for my family, for my mother, buy a house. You know, I don't need a mansion, I don't need a yacht, I don't need flash cars, but having a comfortable home would be really nice. A nice flat, a nice apartment, a nice house. Doesn't have to be massive, but in this day and age where everything is so expensive, it make things a bit easier and make my workflow easier too. Imagine if I earn enough money to be able to go to Sri Lanka and build, that's my heritage by the way, and go and build schools, build houses over there. You know, it's such a powerful tool to be able to spread a bit of positivity as well. It doesn't have to be this thing that I use to upgrade my social status or upgrade the things that I have, because it's not really meaningful and the novelty wears off pretty quick. But to be able to use it for good things, yeah, to be able to use it for good things is something that I'll be happy to, and build my brand even bigger and use this as a platform for positivity and growth. And yeah, that would be really nice. So my mindset has changed towards money. Instead of ignoring it and despising it and hating it and be like, oh, you don't need money to be happy, instead look at it as a neutral thing, just like social media. That's what I'm doing with social media at the moment as well. It's the user who's using it rather than the thing itself. The thing itself is not good or bad, but the person behind it can use it for good or bad things. So in terms of social media, I could look at it to compare my life with other people and look down on people, or make myself feel better, or look at stupid rubbish, or I can use it as a tool to improve myself, to research, to learn, for growth. And money is exactly the same thing. How I use it is really the measure of whether it's good or not. Don't get me wrong, yeah, I will buy clothes for myself. I'm not not saying I'm not gonna buy material things, but I'm gonna try not to attach myself to these things too much and try to limit how much I spend. But yeah, why not treat yourself as well along the way? And also travel. Yeah, of course, I want to travel as well and explore more cultures. It gives me more opportunities to learn about the world a bit more too. But I think the most important thing for me is the means of making money. So I don't want to go to an office job, earn loads of money, go home, sleep, and then go back to my miserable job again. That's not what I want. I'd rather take a chance, take a risk. For example, now I'm teaching English in schools in Japan, and I love it. Yeah, I love it. I don't have a problem waking up in the morning and saying, I gotta go to work. I don't ever think, oh, I hate my job. I never think like that, and that's something beautiful in itself, and I'm very grateful to have that job. And the same with my private lessons, yeah. Sometimes I'm tired, of course. I'm like, oh, God, I'm tired. I don't really want to do this right now. But when I'm actually teaching, when I'm actually doing my job, I never think, oh, I want this to end right now. And then, oh, I'm clock watching. I genuinely enjoy my job. So the means of me making my money right now is pretty good. I'm helping other people. I'm helping them grow. I'm connecting with them, and it's lovely, but unfortunately it doesn't pay a lot. And this is when my videos and things like that come into play as well. And I would like to make money from this. I'm not gonna lie and sugarcoat and say, oh, this is a hobby, but my end goal is to make money from this. And this is also my passion, traveling the world, making videos, and you can see I'm making a lot of self-improvement videos as well, as I try and make myself a better person and grow in a way that I've never grown before, and explore myself, find out my insecurities and try and tweak them and accept them, and you know, learn to listen to them, but you know, I don't need to be controlled by them. If for me to be able to show that and maybe have people relate to and maybe grow together with is something that would be a great way. And if I can make money on the side of that as well, from monetization, from ads, from things like that in the future, there's no reason for me to say I don't want to do that, I don't want to get money from it, because it doesn't affect my viewers at all. I'm still being pure, I'm still being honest, and it's just another means of making money. But again, to go down this path where I'm juggling my work life and I'm juggling the videos, which, you know, they're not going viral or anything like that, and I have to deal with just like accepting that they're not getting traction and stuff like that, and just power through it. It's not easy to consistently do that, you know, when you're not getting any praise. I do get praise, but you're not all the time. Some videos don't do very well at all, and you're like, even when you think they're gonna do well. But again, that's something that's gonna shape my mentality, because I don't want to be swayed by the outcome of what people think of me. I just want to do it because I want to do it as well. So that it comes with the freedom of the mind again, is just doing these difficult challenges, doing these difficult things, and that freedom of the mind will later on turn into money as well. And that's when I have to be detached, because it's not going to come right now, it's not going to come straight away. And what, am I going to be depressed until that happens? Am I going to be angry? Am I going to hate my life until I reach that destination? No, I'm going to have to enjoy the process. And it's exciting, it's fun, and stressful. Sometimes it is stressful, but again, that's the mental barrier of me, oh, you can't do it. But I want to break free that mental barrier. I don't want to be pushed down by it. I want to break free and find a new level of myself and a new form of myself. And yeah, just every time I hit a barrier, I want to power through it. And of course, you're gonna feel down, you're gonna feel upset when you hit these barriers. I've hit it many times. I don't show it a lot, but I've hit it many times through this. But I always go through, and I'm like, well, I get invigorated again and I go up, and that's it. But I think my long-term goal is to not even have big ups and downs. My long-term goal is just to be completely detached from the result and just let things come to me. If they come, they come. If they go, they go. And that's where I want to get to mentality-wise. But yeah, I'm obviously not there yet, but it's a process. And I think the more I do it and the more I'm able to detach when things go wrong or things don't go my way, it's kind of practice for me to do these things. So I don't mind. I just want to enjoy my life, spread a bit of positivity as much as I can until I'm gone, basically. So does money bring happiness? No, it makes life easier, it makes you more secure, and being comfortable is not something I want to be all the time. I want to be uncomfortable, but just to have a base, just to have a nice lifestyle, living situation for opportunities, yeah, money's pretty important for that, but it's not the route to happiness. And I think true happiness, as cheesy it is, it comes from within yourself, and your perception of the world and how you look at things is where happiness comes from, but I don't think happiness is even a thing to strive for, to be honest. It's just being now, being content. But if you can playfully detach from money, I think why not? Go for it. Play the game. The game is here to be played, and I'm all for it now. I'm ready. If you like this sort of content, please subscribe. Obviously, if you're new, I've got travel content as well. So it's a mix of self-improvement, travel content. Like the video. Please comment below what you think. If you disagree with me, I'm moldable in my opinion. If you give me a good case, then of course I will change my opinion. I like to hear others' opinions, because I'm not right. I don't know everything. I have no idea. I'm always trying to figure out things. So yeah, it'd be nice to hear other points of views too. And until then, stay blessed.